Namaste everyone. A very warm welcome to Satsang today. Satguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. So happy to see all of you. If you're in the Hangout, you can ask your question by unmuting your mic. And if you're on YouTube chat, you can post your question in the chat and we will look at it. Welcome to the last week of Satsang before the beautiful Rishikesh season starts. Most likely we'll be taking a break here for 5 weeks during the time that Mujiji is here. So in this week, confront all your doubts. Confront all your doubts. Face all your fears. And like I was saying in the in-person satsang the other day, if there is anything that you don't understand, if you feel that something you're not able to relate to, then just stop me and say, what is this? I don't get it. So I feel that nothing will be left unfinished in this way if you just are open and you openly say that, okay, I don't get this. See? And don't worry about how long you've been in satsang. The mind will come and say, but if you say this, then everyone will think that you haven't understood anything. Let's confront all of these fears and doubts so that this sense of clarity is here, the sense of space is here. Otherwise, it can seem like the smallest speck of dust can seem to cloud our vision. Aparna says, Namaste Father, so happy to see you. Initially had reluctance to attend satsang and now I'm looking forward to it and feel so happy and excited. Also I have noticed I'm so spiritual during satsang and later I'm normal. Is this normal? Thank you, Father. Yes, we'll look at this. And then Lizal said, Father, could I have a chat when you're done on the intro? You can say, my dear, yes.
Morning.
Good morning.
So it was triggered by a post that Amber posted, and also because last week I read a lot of Ramana on the Advaita channel.
Yes.
And I during my readings I sometimes rushed, so there was a lot of rushing, and then when I came, I felt like I wasn't in this space of awareness, you know, because I was very like sort of in my personality, what I would call, you know, and then Amber wrote something in Silent Space about longing, and it made me think of this longing to be free and this constant seeking and this always feeling like, you know, I'm not abiding yet and all of that. And actually I came to this strange realization that the one who's looking for that will never actually get there, will never arrive, will never be enlightened. This is just never going to happen. And I felt a little bit of it as well in Amaya's, when she had her tantrum satsang, you know, the frustration of that. And I have it too. And this feeling of like, I'm not Ramana Maharshi yet, you know. But actually, that one that feels like she's not Ramana Maharshi will never be Ramana Maharshi. And will never get it and will never be free. And it's a complete joke, you know. And then it constantly comes back, and the mind talks and the doubt comes, and when is it, you know, I still am not free. Am I free? Am I abiding? All of that's just complete nonsense, you know.
Yes. You are free now.
Yes.
And now you are free. And now
Because
you
it
are
depends where your identification is sitting. If your identification is sitting in your person, then you're not free. If your identification is with the self, then of course you are free.
even then you are free. Only you pretend to be not free.
Exactly. What freedom to be able to pretend to not be free.
Yes. You see, complete freedom now. When I say, are you free now? You say yes. And then what are we looking for? Freedom. But you're free now. If you're looking for a concept, it might even be this holy concept of Bhagwan himself. You see, we made a concept of Bhagwan himself. The mind says, I want to be that. You see, but in the that, it takes away from what is here now.
Mm.
Bhagwan would not say that you are not Bhagwan. It is only the mind which would say.
Father Bhagavan doesn't see me getting irritated with my child or, you know, being under stress at work. Then he would say, Oi, Lizelle, sort yourself out.
Yeah. So it means something which we say that this I am doing and this, that means I am not free. But then what are we referring to? We are referring to the appearance, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are never referring to the awareness getting irritated. We are not saying consciousness got irritated. We are
Yeah.
only talking about this appearance, that the appearance of this body mind seem to play like this. And that is why it's very nice to see when you hear some accounts of Maharaj getting angry or Bhagwan getting angry. You see, it's very nice to see like that, because then you see that that Shiva energy is allowed to come. Momentarily, it can come. And we don't set unrealistic expectations for ourselves. And that is why I say that sometimes the authors and the writers of books do a disservice when they write only about all the chocolate flavored moments. Sometimes it's very nice to see that yes, this happened, and then like very beautifully Mujiji also says that when some irritation is here with someone, I want that one to come here fast, because if they take 5 minutes to come, then the irritation goes. So that means that irritation is allowed to also arise like this. We're not resisting it, we're not restricting it, and we're not saying that, oh, I'm not free because irritation came. In this conditioned world, in this conditioned realm, even the avatars have behaved in a conditioned way from time to time. You see? Even Jesus said, oh Father, have you forsaken me? When he was on the cross. He knew that it is not possible. But still these words came, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So this does not mean that Jesus was not free. It only means that in this conditioned realm, all will have this play to play. Then in the Ramayana also, you heard this example from me before, isn't it? In the Ramayana also, when Ravan comes and takes Sita away from Ram, Ram is said to have grieved, isn't it? He is said to have cried. Does that mean that he was not free then, the avatar himself? So don't believe this mind which comes post facto and says, see, you got irritated or you got sad. That means you're not there yet. You're not Bhagwan yet. It's not like this. What would the play be like if you were just resting as awareness all the time? Then we would just be sitting in samadhi, isn't it? So even the sages have not had, they've had active lives, full lives. Janaka used to be a king. He used to manage his kingdom. And when he used to manage his kingdom, I'm sure when a thief would come to him, he would put that thief in prison. He would not say that, oh, we are one, so I am the thief, and not Advaita like this. When he was running the kingdom, he was running the kingdom. But I feel that you have lost the ability to suffer for any real period of time. You see, momentarily something will come. But I don't feel looking at you that you really have the ability to suffer for even a day. I don't feel.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking, there's nothing, even normal life circumstances are happening. One of my friends died yesterday, and I can grieve and I can have all the appropriate behavior, but the suffering isn't there, you know.
Grief is allowed to come very naturally. See, grief can come, tears can come, even sadness can come up. But from this mind created idea of suffering, which is so heavy to carry. Very naturally, the contrasts in this world of duality, there'll always be the contrast of black and white. You see, both ends can come. There is nothing which is sticking to any of this. And we also adopt this thermometer of taking our temperature. Okay, now I was feeling grief. Does that mean I'm not free? Would Bhagwan have felt grief like this? That's why.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brain started with I was irritated with my husband, and my
Yeah.
brain started with, Bhagavan wouldn't get irritated, where's your peace, blah blah, and then immediately your face came. Don't believe your next thought, and I just dropped it.
Yeah. It's not simple.
I could see your smiling face.
And sometimes it'll come, that this irritation is coming, and my face will come and say, "Don't believe your next thought," and something will come and say, "Oh, shut up." You know? This is also sometimes can be, "Oh, shut up with your don't believe your next thought." I want to believe my next thought. I want to. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you so much, Father.
You're welcome, my dear. Thank you. And Aparna had said, during satsang, I noticed I'm spiritual. What is the meaning of this? Maybe you unmute your mic and we can talk.
Father. It's just that when I'm in the satsang, it's actually more of quiet and peace. I just be in that silent mode actually. I don't think even the thoughts come even bother me. I'm just very peaceful, very spiritual. But once I'm out of the computer, then that's normal. Like I just do my work, even though I am aware of everything, but it's not like and you don't have to be in a spiritual thing throughout the day. Because I got your answer in the when you were talking to this answer.
Yes, there is something in this that being in the presence of satsang, being in the presence of the teacher and of the Sangha, there is a beautiful sense of presence which is felt. It's true that. So, although I could say that it is your own presence, and this is also true, but it also must be said that being in satsang, there is something beautiful that just takes over, isn't it? There is a beautiful transmission that is happening within the Sangha itself. It's good like this.
Thank you so much, Father. I'm much better
Very
than
well.
what I was. Thank you so much. So much. Thank
Very
you.
very welcome, my dear. Very good. Namaste, namaste, everyone. Love you too, Atma. Thank you. Kai says, universal. Okay, doesn't matter.
Father? Father, can I speak to you?
Yes, dear. Come, come. Okay, there's a big echo. I'm not sure.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, so we'll have to do that muting.
So I just wanted to say a couple of weeks I spoke to you about eating and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say that since speaking to you, it's been so different, and I've really taken on very much, not believe your next thoughts, and so much peace now. It's like, so thank you so much, and lots of other stuff as well. It's just sort of tumbled away. But I just have this naughty little one thought that does come in, and I just wanted to check it with you. And it's like, well, I feel in such peace and such joy, but what next? Do I just because ultimately I want to self-realize, if you like, and I'm not suffering, and I'm happy and I'm contented, but so do I just stay as I am and not believe my next thought, or because I also don't want to I don't want to be reborn, if you like, and suffer, be back in this situation again. I just want it totally done, if I'm making sense. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Very beautiful question. And I feel this is very good for everyone to hear. Because there's this feeling that, okay, yes, so much peace is here. But then is this self-realization? What am I supposed to do next to realize the self? Because what I'm after is to really, truly realize the self. So what about if we do this right now and finish it off? What if we could just realize the self right now and see that this is my true self? So self-realization is only this seeing that I am this pure awareness itself, and I could never have been this person. It's just this simple seeing. And then you see that all moves through the will of the being which is present here. All that moves is only through the will of the being which is present here. So even rebirths will happen through your will as God. It will not be contrary to your will. So the presence here, the God here, the consciousness here, I amness, is the one doer and the one experiencer. So all moves in accordance with his will. And this beingness is you. And ultimately we can say that this beingness also is born within you and dissolves within you. Therefore is made up of awareness alone. So nothing can happen to you contrary to your will. Even rebirth. Rebirth will only happen if it is your will that you want some more of this, phenomenal experiencing. If you had enough of this phenomenal experiencing, then I don't feel that it can happen. So I'm speaking to you as consciousness itself. Obviously, all of this cannot depend on the whims and fancies of a person. So we cannot have a conversation like this with the mind, because the mind cannot understand this. But you as consciousness, somewhere it must be ringing true what is being spoken here. Even if the mind comes to resist, even that resistance is seen, but somewhere something must be ringing true. That's why these words are also emerging like this. Okay? So let's look at this self-realization. And for this realization of the self, we have this simple question that we can ask, which is, am I aware now? Put aside just for a few moments, all of you can put aside this resistance that self-realization cannot be this simple. This thought will come that it cannot be this, or even if it is this, then I have to abide in it or something like that. Just put all of that aside and just very innocently ask yourself this question, am I aware now? And you will not see anything. If you're seeing a visual which is pretending to be awareness, reject that visual also. Don't give any belief to that. Just simply, am I aware now? And like this, in great simplicity, you will find that awareness is here. Yes, I am aware. But how do I know this? Because there is awareness even of awareness itself. This, simply like this, is the realization of the self. And it cannot leave you. It cannot leave you, you see. You are that. You are this. And this awareness is the awareness which is aware of the entire universe of phenomenal appearance. So the appearance of Nirmai will come and go, but the awareness which is aware of nothing and something, which is aware of mind and no mind, which is aware of body and no body, aware of world and no world. This awareness you are. This is the self. And you are realizing it. It's simple like this. So self-realization actually is the simplest thing, simpler than simple. That is why it's completely impossible for the mind. That which needs no effort is completely impossible for the mind. because the mind is only focused on what should I do, like you were saying, what next, you see, like this. This is all the language that the mind understands. And this is a tendency which is getting released now. This is a very deep, very primal tendency, very deep conditioning that what do I do next? Yes, I have understood and there's peace now, but what do I do now? You see this. So this also will get burnt in this fire of satsang as long as we don't feed it with something. That's why I'm not giving you a practice, you see, because to give you a practice would be to feed it with something, which means it would give some validity to this question. What next, or what do I do? If I give you something, it is like giving this tendency something to eat and make it stronger. What is here right now is not concerned about the next. It is only the voice of this mind which says what next. You are the self, you have only been the self. You cannot become a non-self even if you try. You cannot become the person even if you give it all your attention and belief. You can only pretend, you can never become it. Because there is always the awareness which is aware even of this play of pretending to be a person and the withdrawal from pretending to be the person. Isn't it? This you which is aware that you are aware. It's not a complicated sentence. You are aware that awareness is here. You are aware that you are aware. This one is prior to the mind. I am aware. I am awareness. And the mind is not a party to this conversation because it doesn't know what the hell we are talking about. Because awareness is so far beyond its realm of understanding that it has no clue right now. You see? So that's why for some of you it might be a little resistive, some frustration might be coming. Because it doesn't know. So even this monkey, let it jump around and just throw all the tantrums it wants. Some kids have this ability that when they throw tantrums, they can become blue. You see. When they come in a toy shop, they can hold their breath and become blue, and that can cause some fear. But this one, let the mind throw whatever tantrum it is saying. Let it say, I don't understand, this is too difficult, this path is not for me, why am I stuck here? So all this rubbish can come. But you see that there is an awareness even of this tantrum, whatever the mind could be saying. And you will never find yourself, if you were to just look, you will never find yourself in the content. You will never find yourself in the appearance. You will always see that I am this awareness itself. Because if I was to ask you what is the distance between yourself and this awareness, what would you say? No distance. So that which is at no distance from me, that which is of no separation from me, then I must be that, isn't it? What do we call that? Which is of no distance and has no separation from me. Then that must be me itself. So this pure seeing You can never find any separation. You can find nothing that distinguishes this seeing from I, the absolute I. Therefore, I must be this awareness itself.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your direct, very powerful pointings. So much peace, and I rest my head at your feet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for also triggering this beautiful contemplation for everyone who is here. Yes. So I was reading what Kai was saying. Kai was saying universal field of consciousness meets our hearts and flows thoughts simply is. Seeing the appearance is like looking into the subatomic structure of thoughts and appearances, very subtle vibration. Because actually it is just being perceived like this. Like we were saying the other day that even the physicists have said that this world is made up of 99.9999% space. And somebody, Bhagwati ji was it, said that if you were to crunch all the bodies that are there in this realm, you were to crunch, you were to take out all the space, then everyone could just fit into the size of a sugar cube. Very good. See like this. Okay, very good. Nitya also wants to come up. She can come.
Hello. I always have problems to mute or unmute myself.
No worries, no worries.
I just want to expose some things that go, like you said in the intro. It's really the ego is going crazy here right now with a lot of fears of doership and all this stuff, and a lot of doubts are coming, and there's the doubts are around this awareness. It cannot be that. I don't want it. It's too empty. It cannot be not objective. It cannot be that, and it's just going crazy here. It's just really going crazy, and all this old stuff of doership. Even I know it's not true. It's just coming from all sides somehow, and there are times I believe it, and it's sometimes hard to come out of it again, I just wanted to expose it because it's really yeah, like everything what you said and Isel said, it's really like that here too. And this thing, you are going to Rishikesh, no satsangs, and all this, and yes, I just had the feeling just to say it here, and you already answered everything, so but I wanted to
So is
say.
there any concept which is being believed right now? Is there any concept which has some belief?
No, when I'm with you, it's just all gone. It just sometimes these feelings, they just when they are so intense, that is has a lot of juice still, a lot of juice. This fear stuff, this fear just is a very big identity is just believing that I'm this fear or something like that. I have no words about, but this is a strong identity here about everything about fear and hiding and running away, and this was always in my life like this, just hiding and running away. So yeah, and all this is just coming up again now.
And this fear, what can it do? What can this fear really do? And all of us can look at this, you see, all of us must look at this. Because there's too much fear about fear. I feel sometimes there's too much fear about fear.
Yeah.
What will this fear really do? What will it do?
Only energy now. Right now, it's just energy.
Yeah. And no energy can touch what you are. It can burn what you are not. Appearances can seem to hurt other appearances in the play. You see, so let all appearances be burnt. How does it actually bother you? How does it actually touch you?
No. No, it cannot touch me. It's I can see it if I believe in doership, that I can do something, then fear comes up. I have to do something. And this doership, that is what causes the fear here.
Yes,
And
yes. But let's look at this fear. Let's look at the fear. Let the fear come. And if the fear is burning something which is false, if all that the fear can do is burn the false, then is it cause for suffering or is it cause for celebration?
I'm very happy with it.
This way, we can invite the fear. Come, come, come. Come, burn whatever you can because that which you burn is not me.
Oh, yes.
All these emotions, what can they take away from you? Nothing. Only that which is false will be burnt, you see. Only that which is false. Then I see no reason to suffer because the false is being burnt. can you be open like this? Open like this.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Come, come. What is there to burn? Please burn. What arrogance is here still to burn? Please burn. Like we say, isn't it? Whatever arrogance is here, may life slap it out of us right now. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Because life is grace. And grace will dissolve all that is unreal. All the unreal. Sometimes it seems like the medicine is bitter. Sometimes seems like the medicine is tough to swallow. But it is still grace. It is still medicine.
Yeah, maybe there was some. Yeah, maybe there was some expectation. This shouldn't come back anymore and repeat itself, but it can come. Yes, it can come.
Yeah. Once you say welcome to come, you say welcome to come, then the
Yes.
fear itself you will find that it's just a tiny insect. It's nothing at all.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome, my dear. Very welcome. Very very good, Atma, my dear. Very good. Namaste, namaste. Hans says, thank you, Father. So beautiful and simply said. There is still something confusing me, the difference between awareness and consciousness. We can look at this very simply, we can look. So when we are talking about consciousness, it is the sense that I am. It's the feeling that there is a presence, which is my presence. There is a me, there is a sense of I amness. And how can you see this? You can see this when I ask the question, can you stop being now? And I ask you, can you stop being now? You will find that there is a presence here which cannot be stopped. No, I cannot stop being. So there is this being, this presence is what we are referring to as consciousness. And who is aware of the presence of this being also? Who is aware? This is awareness itself. Awareness is aware of the presence. You are aware even of presence. This presence is also not aware of you as awareness actually. So this presence is your son. You have given birth to the presence. The presence has not given birth to you. Okay? So when I say, can you stop being now? You see that there is this presence that I cannot turn it off. This is consciousness. This is the darshan of God. This is the darshan of Satguru. And then when I say, are you aware now? To answer this question, am I aware now? You don't need to refer even to being. You don't even need to refer to the presence. You just see very simply without any phenomenal experience. You see that of course I am aware. Awareness is here. And I am that. So awareness, then very simply put, is the pure seeing. The pure seeing. and consciousness is the pure being. That is the difference between awareness and consciousness. It's only a qualitative difference because all there is awareness. Therefore, consciousness also must be made up of awareness itself. So it's like water and ice. If water is awareness, then ice is consciousness. If gold, pure gold is awareness, then a form of gold is consciousness. It's still made of gold, but you can call it a bangle or you can call it some other name. Still gold, isn't it? But qualitatively, it's like this. Pure seeing, pure witnessing is awareness, and pure being, pure I amness is consciousness. Namaste, Vijay. Radha says control and doership seen here with taking care of home and family. Placing this in the fire, Father. Control and doership seen here with taking care of home and family. Even this, if you just to inquire, you will see that awareness is completely unconcerned with any of these. And yet, in the play of this consciousness, all is being taken care of. The one that is taking care of the entire universe is taking care of your home and family. Very good. Anand says, thank you so much, Father. Confusion gone now. So everything is clear for all of you. It's clear what we mean when we say attention. Is it clear what we mean when we say belief? Is it clear when we say identity? When we say thought? Just clarify all of this. It's very simple. Very simple. When we say being, when we say seeing.
I just wanted to say,
Yes, my
can you
dear,
hear
please.
me?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to say that when you say it's so clear,
Yeah.
I feel nothing is clear. But I think it's okay. So I'm experiencing lots of things. I think if I let it all be,
Yeah.
it's okay. So when you say you understand the identity, the not doing and that, I think no, I don't. In the sense that this, but I'm here. and it feels that even walking with noise is okay.
Yes, yes. Your voice was breaking a little bit in the last part of what you said. You said that, yes, it seemed like no, nothing is clear. But is it just the mind which is painting this picture for you? Yes, nothing is clear, or just that all of this is also seeing, and there is no interest in picking up any of these concepts. So is it like a mind resistance, or you see that yes, as awareness, all of these are just words, and you stay completely untouched as awareness from any of this, any of
It's like, although that noise might be there, is okay. It needs to be there at this moment. It will pass, or
yeah.
it won't pass. But it is here. I don't need to understand it too much. This is here. So I feel some anger, I feel some this, I feel some that. I suppose it's more awareness than that, and that's there. And perhaps in the past I tried to get rid of it or push it or whatever, and it just doesn't do anything. And trying to understand doesn't do anything. So just best to live with it. It's raining, it's just cold. You just put your umbrella, put your coat, or go. Don't think much. Don't try to do anything about it. Just be here.
Yeah, this is very good.
And
I think
I don't know.
we can look at this little bit, because what I very often say, and I'd like to repeat today, is that we are not talking about an intellectual knowledge. We're not talking about a mental understanding. Because a mental understanding is a conceptual or a theoretical understanding. What we are talking about is that which can be seen in this very instant. So when we say being, it's clear that the presence is here right now. Nothing needs to be understood with the mind. When we say awareness, yes, I am aware. This is here right now. I don't need to refer to memory, some knowledge, some concept, some theory. None of that is required. Just to check right now. See? And then when we say attention, then we will see that there is this force which seems to be like awareness, but in a localized form. It can be given to thought, it can be given to what is outside. See? So again, we are not referring to any mental understanding. We're just checking what is here. So any of these terms, do you feel that are not verifiable right now? Let's take an example of what becomes problematic.
I think it's lots of things that come up, and I can see it, but I don't know how to say. I cannot sort it out. I think I don't see any point in sort it out, because I sort out something and then something else comes.
Yes, yes, but we are not speaking of sorting out something. We are just saying what can be seen right here, right now. What is clear now? What is not? I'm not talking about some mental clarity. See?
Yeah, here we are here, and this is here. I mean, this is here. Whatever it is here. So it might be some feeling, be some mental noise, it might be some memory trying to come, it might be just this awareness. The whole thing is happening, and that's how it is. Comfortable, uncomfortable, middle. You judge it if you want it, but you don't have to. It's just what is here. Best to be with it. You can even fight with it, but it's okay. What can you do? As I say, like a rainy day, cold or whatever. What you do? You put your coat You just go there and you might go miserable, but off you go. I don't know. That's how it feels to me. That if it's more peaceful, kind of okay. It's just like that. It's raining heavily, you just put your umbrella. Do your best. Perhaps you get wet still, and it's just you feel like horrible. But you know, somewhere along the line, something carries you. You are okay. I don't know. That's how I can put it. I don't know if it's anything else, but I feel if it's something else, I cannot do it. You see what I mean? It's like, well, you see, what I'm going to do is raining. Oh, be cheerful, be happy. I don't know how to be happy. Oh, be more aware. Yeah, I cannot be more aware. Sorry, just if I go with my umbrella, my coat is enough. You know, I'm okay. Anyway, that's how it feels. If you have to say anything, please do. But
So you say that it's here. You see, it's all here. What is here is here. Could be this, could be that. But is the me here? Is there a me here?
a little bit is part of the story, isn't it? Like if you're miserable, nothing there. But
Yes, yes. But we're not talking
you
about the
say,
story. We're talking
just
about now.
play right now. I can feel some inner noise and different kind of stories that might want to play, but I think metaphorically they can be embraced and work with them. Yeah, kind of okay. It's okay. We go together. So it's a sense of separation, in a sense of. I got a little picture somewhere here that I might show you. I don't know. That is kind of. Can I show? Because I think it will be quicker. I know it's an image, but really I want to. Okay. It's an image, so I understand it is an image, yeah? But it feels a bit like that, and I don't know. So let me see if I can. You see the picture. Okay. So it's kind of someone walking with the shadow, isn't it? Part of it is just perfectly well. I'm supposed to be aware. Can you hear me?
A little better now, yes, yes.
Okay, so it's that kind of, it's difficult to express, but I think the picture does for me. So it's a man or something, it's perfect awareness, he's okay, but there is a shadow there, and he's carrying it for the time being. I don't know if it will ever disappear, but it's okay, you know, all is well. The shadow is weaker. It's this kind of, is there. There is no leading. What is leading really is the awareness, but the shadow is still there. So that's how it feels to me, you know, that's there. It's not, hasn't disappeared, but the awareness is kind of not carrying it. See what I mean? It's bigger. It's difficult to express in words. So again, if you have to say anything about it, because it feels so good to me, I'll show you the picture again. I haven't used it for a while, but I used to use it before. But I think it's just very expresses well. Look at this poor shadow, you see, poor ego, just falling apart. Just, oh, I can't, you know, it's too much, too little, oh, it's miserable. But then, you know, there is a part there that say, okay, off we go, don't worry. You say, I carry you, yeah? Anyway, so as I say, if it's anything that you feel you need to say to me, that somewhere along the line, I think nothing needs to be said, because I don't know. I let you say you have to say anything.
It's good. Just the only thing you have to be little vigilant about is that you're not replacing one old concept of me with a new concept of me. So you're not replacing the shadow concept with another non-shadow concept. Because
That
in
the two
this,
of them are one. It's not one concept and another. It's the whole thing, isn't it? Together, happening at the same time. Anyway, I suppose I can go heavy. I think is for me that picture expressed something that is not to be intellectualized now.
yeah.
It's kind of a lot of things are happening at the same time. And yes, the awareness, you cannot picture. I cannot show you the awareness in a picture, can I? But I can show what the awareness perhaps see in a picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It's good like this. It's good like this.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. It's really good to have this reflection, this mirror, this beautiful reflection. Although the awareness can reflect anything, but I suppose it's a pleasant reflection. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you very much for being here. It's really good to have the
There was some echo happening here, so it seems to be okay now. Thank you so much, my dear Anna. Thank you. Aparna says, Father is beingness and awareness are inseparable. For the first time today, I get the difference between awareness and consciousness, seeing and being. When we sleep, being is there. When we sleep, being is there, but no awareness. Now, so in sleep, you say that there is nothing. You say that there is nothing. How do you know that there is nothing? You are aware that there is nothing. And in waking, there is something. So you are aware that there is something. So there is awareness of nothing and there is awareness of something. So even in sleep, there is awareness. Just no phenomena to report on. Just nothing to report on because no phenomena exists. Not even the immaculate phenomena of presence. Not even the sense I am is there. And then when this being wakes up, then we say that the waking state has come. The world wakes up. So then the being is there. So awareness is unchanging, unmoved. Irrespective of which state is coming and going, awareness is unchanging and unmoved. Within awareness is the birth of consciousness and the dissolution of consciousness. Then we say, I always thought that it's just awareness is there. Being is awareness. Is this right? Yes. Just awareness is there, and consciousness must come from this awareness itself. Because it is clear that awareness is all there is, and there are times where there seems to be this beingness, and there are times where this beingness is not there. Okay, Vijay says, Father, if I'm not the thinker and the doer, then what is the role of karma? Does good, bad karma exist? Karma exists for the person, but not for consciousness self. Yes, is this the correct? Yes, this is correct, my dear. You answered your own question. So as long as there's this belief that I am this body-mind organism, or I am this bundle of concepts, which I believe myself to be, then there can be various laws that work on this conceptual identity. There seems to be some play, some pattern in this realm which operates on this identity. But what really operates on being? Nothing. Nothing can touch it. And what can touch the seeing? Can there be some karma for awareness? No, not possible. So, although all these patterns and rules can exist for this realm, for this phenomena, they cannot touch what you really are. Very welcome, my dear. You want to say? Bhagavati ji said, there's a constant thank you in my heart to you, Father, to Muji ji, to the Satguru. My head remains bowed to all of this at your feet. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Very beautiful. Thank you, David. Thank you, my dear. Or was I supposed to speak now? Cornelia says, how can I embrace this silence and hold it forever? Just like this, my dear, just like this. And even the words that come, they don't touch the silence. This can go on all day, actually. Yeah. This is satsang, no? This is satsang. The one love, one being. And the mind can come and say, what's happening here? But how can the mind ever understand this? What words can explain this? Nishani says, feels like I've been shattered completely and what's left holds everything together perfectly. The false has been completely shattered and what remains is you. Where am I now? And where are you? Okay, somebody put an end to this.
I'll sing you Mia's lullaby.
Very good, very good.
There's an echo. Oh, it's gone. So I used to sing this for her all the time when she was a baby. Sita Ram 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 Radhe Sham 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 Sita Ram 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 Radhe Sham 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 Sita Ram Radhe Sham Sita Ram Radhe Sham. I am Om, 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 I am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Om Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Guru Dev Mujiji Guru Dev Mujiji Guru Dev Mujiji Guru Dev Mujiji Sita Ram 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 Radhe Sham 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 Sita Ram 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 Radhe Sham Sham Sham.
Very sweet, very beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Okay, let's have the invocations as well now. Thank you so much. I have no idea what's going on.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Dhyanamalam Guru Murti Ujamanam Guru Padam Mantramalam Guru Vakyam Mokshamalam Guru Kripa Mokshamalam Murshiji Kripa Mokshamalam Anantaji Kripa Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sakinaha Sarve Santu Niramya Sarve Patrani Pashantu Makaschit Dukapat Bhavet Asato Masat Tamaso Jyotir Kamye Mrichorma Amritam Gamye Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Brahma Paramastu Om Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai Om Shri Satguru Ji Ki Jai.
It was good. You made it till the end. They say that even the gods come to rejoice in this joy of Satsang. Just to get a taste of this, they come down from their food in heaven or wherever it is to enjoy the joy of Satsang.
If Minji was here, he'd say too much.
Huh?
If
Yeah,
Minji
too
was
much.
here, he'd say too much. Too much.
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Shri Ji ki Jai.
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 Hey.
Jai.
Thank you all on YouTube as well for your beautiful presence. Okay, Lizal, my dear, thank you so much. We can end the broadcast now.